Whoa, what the hell is that? Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. I do apologize. Give me 1 second. Not very organized tonight. Hold on 1 second. Yo, what's up, man?
What's up? Sorry about that, man.
Have you heard from Danny at all?
I literally just got home like 10 minutes ago. I was rushing home.
I wonder if he ate his Jello and fell asleep.
I saw Gaspar said he might be 50-50 tonight.
Yeah. He sent me a message about that earlier. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Danny. He hasn't sent me any message, so we'll just go as we go on, I guess.
Let's do it.
Oh man, how you doing?
Good, man. Digging the shirt, man, and the hat. Marvel out tonight.
I figured I would just Marvel shill it up tonight. Just shill the shit up tonight. Well,
I finally did it yesterday.
What's that?
I went to the dark side. I watched Madam Web.
Really? Did you?
Yeah. I did fall asleep like for about 10 minutes in it, but
yeah, it's not a good movie at all.
It had good eye candy. That's about it.
I mean, trying to take Cindy Sweeney and make her look like a little nerd or something just doesn't work.
It just like the whole time I'm just rolling my eyes, like I'm like, and then like I realized we were talking about where the guy when they redid the voice over that one dude. It is horrible.
It's bad. It is very noticeable.
I thought my TV was off for a second, like it was like not synced or whatever.
Yeah, it was horrible, man.
Yeah.
But if you ever want to feel good about the movie, just watch the new Crow movie, and it'll make you feel better about Madam Web. Madam Web's like an Oscar winner compared to that.
Yeah, I can't like do that many bad movies in a row. So I'm gonna probably watch Craven next. That'll be my next bad watch.
Dude, I personally I think both of them are trash. But if I had to watch one of them over the other, I would watch Madam Web again just for the eye candy.
Really?
Just for the eye candy, man.
Okay.
I mean, Calypso looks great in Craven.
Yeah.
But she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I would argue the girl
on a better note, I really enjoyed watching Ghosted. That was fun.
Great.
It wasn't as crazy fun. I mean, amazing. It was a fun, corny rom-com.
It's an average movie. 6 out of 10.
The cameo scene,
that
was
cameo
hilarious.
was great.
That was funniest. That was funny.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was great. I didn't really get a chance to watch much this weekend because we were doing a bunch of stuff. But we watched the new Mel Gibson movie, Flight Risk.
Yeah, is that good?
Bro, what a shitty movie.
Oh, really? Wow.
It was bad. I like probably the worst Mel Gibson movie ever made. And I know it was supposed to be a comedy, but it wasn't really funny at all.
Oh, it's a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy, but it wasn't funny at all. I thought Mark Wahlberg was awful, like really awful.
Yeah. I saw Craven's coming to Netflix already next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Daniel?
What's up, man?
You good? You fell asleep?
I did.
I made a joke. Danny had his Jello and fell asleep.
That was me yesterday. I did a bunch of yard work yesterday, and I crashed out afterwards.
Yeah, I took a 30-minute cat nap about an hour or two ago.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed super early last night, like right after the WWE pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, I was in bed at 8 o'clock.
I set my clock for 6:45, but then my wife said, "Can you do this? Can you do this?" 6:45 became 7. So.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, the shirt, it was only $1.
Where at? Clearance?
Walmart.
Clearance? Nice.
Wow.
I got that hoodie. I got that hoodie, that Spider-Man hoodie for $9.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's like
you catch them on the right day. I got 2 Dragon Ball Z hoodies from there.
Well, right
I
now they're
think they wanna-
changing over to their, I guess, spring
Yeah.
summer stuff. So a lot of stuff is going on clearance.
Yep.
Walmart did a rehaul too, a revamp because now it looks like Target. They got like the models
Yeah, the
inside.
clothing
and-
section and everything. Yeah,
uh-huh,
yeah,
Walmart trying to be fancy.
yeah.
Fast Eddie coming in with a $5 super chat. DJ episode 6 of Invincible is one of the best episodes of the entire show.
Yeah, it's up there.
I haven't got to it
still
yet.
catching up on season 2.
Yeah.
I got so much stuff, man. I'm gonna wait for season. I don't know if season 3 is all out already or not, but I'm gonna wait.
I will say they finally introduced all the other marks.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, So
The Invincible War.
I think it's going to end on that. I think that's going to be season 4. But they finally they did a little clip at the end of the last episode.
Yeah, because during the Invincible War, right at the end of the Invincible War is when Conquest shows up. Because Mark has already beat the crap at that point. And then when he shows up, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
What
else? What else have I been watching? I watched that one show, Paradise.
Paradise is awesome.
I watched the first episode. I actually want to go back and I've heard good things about it. So
man,
I watched
I binged all 7 2 nights. And
they dropped everything at once?
No. I haven't been watching it, but I was gonna say, look, next Sunday we're gonna do a roundtable on it. So
okay,
watch it. So man,
it's got what's that black dude? He's from that one show. This Is Us, and
yes,
he played on the last Predator movie too.
Yeah, did he?
And he was on T'Challa's uncle.
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get a lot of viewers in here tonight because the Oscars are going on right now, and everybody the Oscars.
I haven't heard much about the Oscars this year, except for that one movie with the trans girls getting a lot of heat because he made some racial comments back in the day. So
she made some like Nazi Germany comments.
Yeah,
and then they did some like AI with her voice to make it more feminine or something. There's like a lot of controversy going on with that movie.
I heard the movie wasn't. I heard it's a musical. That movie that they did. And like people can't even say, I have no desire to see it.
If I had to guess, I think Wicked might win some stuff because everybody's just so crazy about that movie.
I wouldn't. I mean, that makes sense.
I'm hoping Honora wins a lot.
I haven't seen that movie, so.
Bro, watch it.
Watch it. It's a romantic movie or whatever.
Honora? No.
Is
it? How can I explain it? You can watch the trailer, but the trailer is deceiving. It's not what the movie is about. Okay. So it's about this stripper. She's a stripper, and this rich kid comes in and he starts paying her for sex. So it's sort of like a Pretty Woman sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where like she falls for him, and then they like go and get married and stuff. And then the rich Russian parents find out, and they're like, "You're gonna get divorced," and they come in and like there's henchmen and everything. But the movie takes a twist, and it's not what you're expecting.
Okay.
And like if I didn't do my top 10 movies already, it'd probably be my number 1 movie.
Oh,
like,
really?
I want to buy it on. Like I want to buy the collector's edition. So I'm hoping it wins Best Picture. I hope it wins Best Actress. But
who's even up for Best Picture right now? I mean,
Best Picture is Wicked, Honora, Dune 2, Wicked, Dune 2.
That Emily Perez movie.
Yeah. The Brutalist.
The Substance is up.
The Substance.
I don't know what Nickel Boys is.
Dude, I watched the trailer. It looks good, but I can't tell you a thing what that movie's about.
Conclave? What's that?
Conclave, yeah. I heard good things about that.
Yeah. And Incomplete. That's the Chalamet movie.
Timothy
Bob
Chalamet.
Dylan movie.
Yeah.
I saw that on streaming, but I didn't watch it.
Did y'all hear that he got a lot of heat for his he won some award for that movie, and apparently he got some heat because he said he wants to be one of the best. I'm like, dude, I see nothing wrong with that. If you want to be one of the best actors in the world, like go for it, strive for that.
Dude, you get heat for everything nowadays, man.
Yeah,
for anything.
He needs to be more humble and everything. Like, no, the man has a goal.
Speaking of heat, you hear about these fires going on in South Carolina?
Yeah, up in Conway and stuff.
Yeah,
up in there. Yeah,
it is. I saw a picture of the state.
Where all little spots and everything.
Yeah,
we had one near the Air Force base here in Charleston, a little small one. They put it out yesterday though.
That is somebody starting that. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
Or
I think we're on a red flag. The whole state. Like the governor said, if you burn something, you're going to jail. He said you're going to jail. No burning nothing in the state outside. You're going to go to jail. Yeah.
I don't know why this stream is listed under gaming. That could be an issue too.
Oh, yours?
Yeah, it's listed under gaming for some weird reason. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know what's going down. I listened to all y'all podcasts on Wednesday. I was actually able to listen to the whole thing. I never wanted to jump in so much in my life, man.
So what do you thought about the Andor trailer? I saw your review.
I love the Andor trailer. I hate the music in the trailer, but I love the Andor trailer.
I don't love it, but I get it.
I get it too. It just doesn't feel like Star Wars.
Well, like you said, it's it's just a trailer. I mean, it's not like the shows like that kind of music. So
yeah, I like the man, dude. It's like one of my most anticipated Star Wars projects. I think when Kathleen Kennedy's reign is over with by the end of this year,
you think that's actually? I'm hearing conflicting stuff now that either she's
she came out and clarified. That's why I made that as the topic. She came out and she said, "I'm not retiring, but I'm looking for my successor for Star Wars." So she's not retiring from producing, but she's leaving Star Wars.
Okay.
So she's leaving at the end of 2025.
Is she picking her successor or someone else going to?
She says she is, but there's no way.
Yeah.
They're just doing it for good PR. There's no way. Like you're horrible at your job. Why would you pick someone to be equally horrible at your job?
I mean, at this point, you gotta get somebody the fans are gonna like gravitate to.
I was watching John Campea, and he had a good idea of what they might do. They might do like they're doing with DC with James Gunn, where they have Peter Safran doing the CEO stuff and James Gunn doing the creative. They might do the same thing where what's Homeboys? Jon Favreau's the creative, and then they have someone over him doing all the money stuff and like that. That's what they might end up doing.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Real nerdy reviews. Hey man, I enjoying your setup, bro. You're really like
he's
up in the world.
Yeah. He's been a lot. I've been watching for a while. He's moving up. So it takes time, man.
Yeah. He's grinding, man. He's grinding.
Yeah.
He threw in $5 super chat. Thank you. Yo, I know this has nothing to do with the stream, but I figured out my streaming problem. Plus, being a YouTuber is expensive. Being a YouTuber is really expensive.
Yeah.
If you want to be good at it, man, you want to be good at it.
The time is the biggest part. Having the time to do it is the biggest part.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I got people texting me.
Is that his name?
Yeah, that's his channel.
That's his channel name.
I'm looking at it now. I don't see it.
Yeah, the real name review.
Yeah, he does. He went from doing like car videos to like up in his his setup really well.
Yeah.
One recommendation I would put for you though, in one video, your camera is not centered. Always make sure your body is centered to the camera.
Unless you have something like on display.
Yeah. I literally see people like doing videos and streaming. Adam used to do this all the time and it would bother me. Either they're way over here and they're not the camera set up, or they're like all you see is the head. And Adam was notorious for just having this part of his body shown.
There's one person I see that does it from that side view. That's Magnus does his.
Yeah, but
he's still kind of centered though.
I mean he gets centered, but he does a side angle thing.
Yeah, his works because you see his computer in front of him, so he's like
he usually has his whatever he's watching over the computer. So it's like he's looking at what he's watching. So
that's perfectly acceptable because you see what he's doing. But like for a good example is Chad Johnson on the Shannon Sharp podcast.
You have all that money.
Yeah, he's way over here, world. And then he's like zoomed in, and I'm like, Chad Johnson, bro, come on,
a blurry camera. I'm like, dude, I know you're cheap, but come on, man, you can buy
a
good camera.
Ocho,
Look at Shannon's screen and then look at his.
Yeah,
Chad, I think Chad working off a phone in a hotel.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's even worse because you can set our phone even easier.
I agree, but I'm saying he said he cheap.
Yeah, I know he's cheap, but
he could go ahead and get him a team.
$500 and get a good camera and
get him a team. Pay one person man here.
Yeah, it's a setup.
Hey, here's $1,000, man. Just make sure
I'll come do it for him. Give me a grand. I'll come do it for him.
In 2025, though, you can do so much with a phone. When I was in Tennessee in November and I did that stream from the game room in the cabin, I was doing it off my phone and I was centered. I had light and everything.
If I'm on the road sometimes, I'm on my phone. I mean, the boy phones are. So
people don't understand it. Like, if you're getting into YouTube, presentation is key. You could have the best content ever, but if someone clicks on your video, first impressions. If your video, if you look like you're floating on a side or something and you're not centered or whatnot, I know me personally, if I see a bad looking camera setup, I just click out, because to me,
another thing is background. I'm big on background. That's why I put so much time and work in my background.
Backgrounds are really important. That's why. What's up, Final Boss?
Thumbnails too.
Yeah.
Dude, I spend more time on thumbnails than I do on the actual videos. I spent like 40 minutes on the Storms Live thumbnail today because I wanted Kathleen Kennedy in the front with Palpatine over back of her.
What do you use for your thumbnails?
CapCut.
CapCut? Okay.
I do CapCut for everything now.
I use Canvas a lot, but I've been trying to look for something different to get.
I was thinking about Canvas, but CapCut is so easy. It's basically just a point and click.
Okay.
So if you have a picture of like Kathleen Kennedy and you don't want the rest of it,
you just click it.
There's an AI background remover and it removes everything for like instantly, and it's so simple.
And start trying that out. So
yeah, it's really, really good. I love it. And
how much is it a month?
Free.
It's free. Okay.
Yeah.
I use something called Thumbnail Maker.
Okay.
And you can take the pictures, or it has a library of pictures you can use.
Well, see, they have options that are here. I'll show you guys.
This is a how to YouTube channel right now.
Hey man, there ain't nobody watching, so today's the day, man.
Yeah.
Today is the day. So okay.
Well, you do that. There's a movie I want to go see next weekend. I'm thinking about seeing that Mickey 17 with what's his name? Twilight. What's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, that Mickey 17. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, so here's the CapCut thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's say I want to take Superman. Okay, so I put Superman over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say I don't want to use.
Oh, so it's a video. So you use a video editor.
Yeah, this is a video editor. So I'll go to remove background, and then I'll just remove him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can move him anywhere I want. And then I'll take, hey, I want to put the thing in here. Okay. So, hey, thing, I'll remove that background. And then, boom, I'll put him over here. Put Superman up in here. Shrink it a little bit. You know, and then I'll go ahead and stick me over here. You know, and then if I want to change the color, because I can adjust it. Yeah, I can go in and then I can sharpen up Superman to make him look like more cleaner because the picture's fuzzy.
Gotcha.
And then I can go ahead and just, for the background, throw that in there. You know. Yeah. So, and like there's all kinds of different like text options too. You can go in here. There's like all kinds of different text options. And then when you want to make the picture, you just go to export. Oh no, that's the video. My bad. Yeah. That's the export the video. Back to go to click the three dots here and go export still frame, and then boom, there's the the thumbnail.
I'm gonna try that out.
So it's super easy. I use it mostly just for my thumbnails, but
yeah,
so you get a desktop version.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Because once I got my computer back and all, I had to start fresh again. I was like, man, I got to find a new program. So I use that for my editing and my thumbnails. And it's super simple. Wow, we got 30 people watching, only 10 likes, guys. I know we ain't really got shit to talk about today, but
hey, at least we got 30 people in here. I'm surprised we got that right.
yeah. It's like I should have thought more about doing this stream tonight.
It's been a slow week. I mean, other than
I know the Oscars are tonight, so for nerd fans, that's their Super Bowl, so maybe it wasn't the best night to do it. But I wanted to hit up on that Kathleen Kennedy news.
What's the best? Who's for best animated?
I know Wild Robot's up for best animated, and I believe
movie,
Inside Out
movie.
too.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I thought you said one of the top was going to be
the concept art.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that concept art. Let me
yeah, I saw the picture you sent. Oh yeah, I would pick Wild Robot or Inside Out too. I haven't seen Flow, or I don't like the Wallace movies. I don't know what Memorial or Snail is, but definitely Wild Robot was my pick for that.
So my brother-in-law showed me these. I didn't know anything about them until he showed them to me.
And these were leaked?
And these were leaked.
And I heard the people that are showing them are getting strikes and getting.
Who's that bowing down?
I think that's just some commoner.
Okay.
So did you guys hear the rumor about Fantastic Four? So let me take this back before I get copyright. So on the set, they covered this actor up. So
I saw that picture.
So everybody assumed it was Robert Downey Jr. Now speculation is it's actually Reed Richards
from the
Jessica Alba movie, and they're gonna do
I heard it was from the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm hearing it's Reed Richards from the Jessica Alba movie, and they're doing the Council of Reed.
Yeah. I heard something about that too, about the Council of Reed.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
like at the end of it, kind of a end credit scene.
Dark Meat Collins, dude, that's kind of racist, man. $5 super chat. An actual line from the musical is "Penis and Vagina." The movie's about a trans cartel member.
I know that.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of heat, man, because I guess the cartel isn't very happy.
Is it?
Look at this picture though, a Black Panther, but it kind of looks like Chadwick Boseman a little bit.
It looks like his father does suit with the gold.
Yeah,
you know.
And then this is
Wong. Peter,
yeah, Star-Lord,
Kate Bishop. Wiccan's in there. Who's the guy wearing
the X?
Marvel. Who's the guy wearing the X? The X-Men symbol?
I don't know who that is.
So they're probably on like somewhere like with Star-Lord. Who's the green? Who's in the green? Oh, that's his brother.
I think that's that Loki, right?
No, that's his brother. The twin, the fast one.
Oh, Quicksilver.
Yeah. Not Quicksilver.
Or not Quicksilver, but I know what you.
Yeah.
I know what you know. That
yeah, exactly.
So if this is true and this is what they're going for,
like a more medieval, and then
that's gonna be dope. But you cannot show Robert Downey Jr.'s face, because as soon as you show it, it negates everything that you see here. Mm-hmm. Like if Robert Downey Jr. wants to come out and do something, Speed, okay,
keep the mask on.
Keep the mask on. You want to do something that the other Fantastic Four, keep Doom's helmet actually on.
Well, I feel like you keep the mask on, that it gives the audience that disconnect from Robert Downey Jr. Because you're immediately, as soon as you see his face, you're going to see Iron Man.
It's the same concept with Judge Dredd.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. The thing is, though,
Stallone had to show his face, but
it's like Mando, it's like the Mandalorian.
But question here, though. If they're going to just have his helmet on, his mask on the entire time, what's the point of having Robert Downey Jr.?
With a voice.
Like, you could have anybody. Like, Hugo Weaving. Like, if you ever seen V for Vendetta, that dude is phenomenal, and he never even takes the mask off. Yep. Granted, I know he's Red Skull, or was Red Skull, but I don't know, man.
He has a charisma about his voice. I don't know if Tony Stark has that same charisma.
You mean Robert Downey Jr.?
I mean Robert Downey. Yeah, I don't know if he has that.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think you need like a good. I think Michael Fassbender has that kind of
that presence,
like a theater type actor.
What's the guy? His brother plays Thrawn, but what's his brother?
Not Thrawn, Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh yeah.
The other one, not.
I know you're talking about Danny.
Like when I saw him, he's the bad lion in Mufasa. And man, when he's on the screen, the bad line, he totally overshadows everything else. His voice, when he did it, I was more drawn to.
Are you talking about? He played Galen Erso in Rogue One, right?
Maybe, and he played in the first Doctor Strange, the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, you can't put him in there because he was in Doctor Strange.
No, I'm saying I was using his example of his voice and how he can.
I'm having a hard time seeing Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, man.
Yeah,
Doom was physically imposing. Robert Downey Jr. is not physically imposing.
Yeah,
in the comic books and everywhere I've seen him, he looks.
I wish they would have went someone different. Like I like Robert Downey Jr. and it's cool to see him back in MCU, but I wish someone was somebody different.
Yeah,
it's because as a fan, me personally, I'm always going to see him as Tony Stark, no matter what role he's put him in. You know,
I can see the guy that plays Reacher in the Doom armor.
He's got the build like
that's what I'm talking about. The build.
If you do like a Darth Vader thing and get someone else to voice him,
yeah, I'm talking the build and the physical stature.
Yeah,
but see, the problem is that we don't know what they're doing yet.
Like what version of Doom?
Some reports are saying he's not going to be a variant. That he's not going to be Tony Stark. He is Victor Von Doom. And then other reports are saying, oh, he is going to be a variant. And they're going to use that into the storyline. So until we know, we don't really know, you know. Yeah. And I'm hearing so many bad reports for this Avengers movie. Like the script isn't ready. They don't even know which actors are going to be in the movie yet. They delayed the filming a year
because they haven't built the foundation yet for another Avengers movie.
Yeah,
you don't have a foundation build up for the original Avengers movie. Had a build up to it. This has no build up to it.
And apparently they don't know who they don't even know which team of the Avengers it's even going to be.
Other than Captain America, who we have?
But is it going to be Captain America? Look at the box office.
Do we know who the director is?
Yeah, the Russo brothers.
Well, I blame them for that because they have source material. I ain't saying you got a script, but you got something to at least put on the drawing board and say, look, let's trade pick this story, this, something. To not have a story, at least an outline of a story now.
But I think the problem,
the writers and the directors.
The problem that they're having that I've heard from is that they can't get the scheduling right because
everybody moves on to different things.
Yeah, because there's so many high caliber actors, they can't just wait around. So they start doing other projects, and then they can't get on the same ball, like on the same page here. And that's a Kevin Feige problem because he's the producer. You know, you're supposed to have all your ducks in a row with these sort of things.
I feel like in your contract, you should be like, okay, between this time period, you can't have no other projects. You're strictly for us.
No,
you know.
No, I mean, because that could cause you to miss out some substantial money.
But if I know I'm working for MCU at that time, you know,
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I think it'd be flexible. They're gonna give you enough time.
Yeah,
you can't take a project that's gonna extend, let's say, 3 months or something like that.
Yeah,
but just sit there in limbo and not get.
Oh yeah, if you're in limbo, I get it. Yeah, if we know for sure we're filming between these 6 months.
Yeah,
nothing else you can do. You're focused on us.
Yeah.
You know?
Nick said, "Sounds like convoluted bullshit." It does, bro. It does. Yeah. Apparently, Tom Holland, he's not really going to even be in the movie because it's going to be a stuntman through the whole doing all the Spider-Man stuff.
He's going to be in the suit the whole time. Hey.
Yep.
I mean,
I feel like Kevin Feige in the first 3 phases, man, he was on point. He had those contracts. He knew what
because it was new. It was new. It was unprecedented at times what they were doing. Now it's like I don't know. I feel like
sometimes some of these stars they got press from it. And got hot
bigger. They got bigger, yeah.
So that opened up to more, and just like Biggie said, more money, more problems. So more fame, more.
I mean, I think Iron Man saved Robert Downey Jr.'s career.
It did.
It
saved a lot of them. I think it saved his career. I think it saved Chris Evans' career.
It put Chris Evans on the map,
and it put
he was doing like
Thor. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
it definitely saved Chris Hemsworth's career because before that, he was known as Captain Kirk's daddy for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Chris Evans was more for those comedy movies. He was serious roles.
Raunchy rom.
Yeah, yep.
like Not Another Teen Movie and crap like that.
And Scott Pilgrim and stuff like that he was doing.
Yeah.
And Scarlett, all those guys. Mark Ruffalo wasn't doing nothing either.
Yeah, I know who Mark Ruffalo was until
it made them household names. Because
did
he get what's the magic show he was a part of? Was it before or after Avengers?
Who was that?
Now You See Me. Mark Ruffalo was in Now You See Me. You remember that?
Was
the 4 comedians. Was that before? I mean, magicians. Was that before or after?
That might have been before. Because
that's the only big movie I remember him being in.
I know he was in 13 Going on 30, which I seen years ago.
Yeah.
Dark Meat Collins. Do another $2 super chat. This should be an X-Men movie, not an Avengers movie. Well, it's kind of hard to do when you ain't got no X-Men yet.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do an X-Men movie without X-Men?
I feel like we should do a shift. I think the MCU should shift more towards X-Men.
I think they should do Avengers End of Days and just kill off everything and then just start new. Start fresh, man. Just start fresh. Start over again. This is why I think James Gunn and DC has the upper hand right now. That they just hit the reset button and like, hey, we're just gonna reset everything.
Might work. We shall see. Somebody slowly approaching.
Yeah, it is. Well, Captain America only dropped 40-something% this month or this week, but only brought in like 20 million, man. I thought I was being generous when I said like 500 million, 550. I don't even think it's gonna make that now.
Yeah, about 400 maybe.
But do you think it's because of the quality of the movie or because of the hate?
I think there's multiple factors.
It's like Solo. I think it's a perfect storm of many different things.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is hate.
A lot of it, you'll be surprised. You would be surprised.
I agree with Danny in a sense because I feel like the initial week with the hate that started, people who hadn't seen it yet initially took that hate as, it's a bad movie.
Mm-hmm. I think if you get a scale on this hate or bad script, I think the hate is going to be heavier than the bad script.
But if you're someone who's on the fence and you're hearing negative stuff, most people today would just say, okay, well, I'm just going to wait for streaming.
I think what people are doing.
Because this movie is not worse than the first Captain America. I don't care.
I agree with you that.
Yeah, but you know what the first Captain America had going for it? It was the first Captain America, not the fourth Captain America. And Christian Harloff brought up a great point too. Was it Christian Harloff or Robert Meyer Burnett? It might have been I think it was Robert Meyer Burnett. He said none of these movies feel like must-see movies anymore. Where Marvel Phase 1 through 3, you had to see it because you're leading up to Infinity War. None of these movies, like Robert Meyer Burnett came out and said after Endgame, what was the first movie they gave us? A Black Widow movie where she already died and it's a prequel. Why?
That should have been before Endgame, I think.
Yeah. So
I agree with that. And I've seen that. I've been kind of saying that for a while. There's not. It goes back to the end credit scenes. Even the movie where you didn't want to say Ant-Man, for example, you went to see that because you knew the end credit scene potentially had something to lead up to what was coming up. So people went in movies to see what are they going to show us for what's coming up.
Yep.
And again, there's phase 4 and 5 didn't build a foundation for anything.
Nothing
to get excited for. You know?
It felt like a mix match of so many different things,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just wasn't good, man.
Yep.
It's just I don't know, man. It's just it used to be must-see TV. It was like Game of Thrones every week, where they left on a cliffhanger and you had to see where it was going. None of the
I remember I get super excited for a trailer announcement back in the day.
Yeah,
I would get excited. Now I don't have that feeling no more.
Yep. And then you look at all these YouTube channels that were based around Marvel and DC, and all their views are down.
Yeah.
Like Comic Book Cast used to get like 150,000 views per video. He's lucky if he averages 3,000 to 4,000.
Wow.
You know, and he's a top content creator. You know, it's just you can only fumble the ball so many times until you lose your audience. And once you lose your audience, it's hard to get your audience back.
Hard to get back.
And then when you do stuff like Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, a lot of people look at that as just desperation.
That's kind of how I took it. I was like,
Yeah.
you're just trying to get people, back. I still agree. Think you should have went with someone new.
Yep. And then like kind of switching it over at Kathleen Kennedy with Star Wars, I seen like the sentiment like, okay, she's leaving Star Wars, but the damage has been done now.
Mhm.
The damage to the Star Wars IP is done. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, you put together a good trailer with a lot of lightsabers that might bring a lot of people back in.
Yeah.
But it's hard, man. Once you drop that ball, man, it's hard to.
I know. We talked about on Gas Rush Channel. Go with the Old Republic for the future. Like, start doing some old stuff. Because it's kind of separates you from what's going on now, and go back in the past and like do some Old Republic stuff.
Yeah.
Because from someone like me who's not the biggest Star Wars fan, that would be new to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gotta do something, man. I mean, the next Star Wars movie, I don't like the fact that it's a Grogu and Mando movie, but
Yeah.
I'll be there. It's just like you watch it on TV for free. Why would you go to the theater and pay to see it?
I mean,
a bigger budget version.
But again, we all know it's Star Wars. You're going to go see it regardless, whether it's good or bad. It's Star Wars.
They better light that crap up, man. I want to see Luke, Ahsoka,
they better, Avengers style Star Wars.
Yes. which probably won't happen because Ahsoka is stuck on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we know they're doing Ahsoka season 2, so she probably ain't getting off that planet until season 2.
To the end of the season.
Yeah. So they should have done Ahsoka season 2, then the Mando movie, and then that could have been like, you just wrap up everything, put Boba Fett in there, and just wrap up everything with this movie,
and then start something new.
Yeah.
As far as Disney Plus goes, I'm still a big supporter of. They should do more of those special presentations.
Did you hear they're doing one for Punisher?
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. I've been saying that. Do these characters, do an hour-long special for these characters, and if people bite on it, give them a show. Or introduce them from, if you want to do X-Men, you want to do Star Wars, you want to do any kind of MCU or whatever character you want to do the hour-long presentation first, see how the audience reacts to it, then move on.
Yeah. I think I can only speak for myself, man, but I feel like we have so much stuff now. It's hard to keep up with everything, especially the shows.
Oversaturation.
It's oversaturation. It's like it was so much easier in phase 1 through 3 because it was just the movies.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have to watch these series and stuff. How awesome would that have been if everything that happened in Falcon Winter Soldier was in an actual movie?
I still say that should have been a movie. That should have been the first.
100%. It should have been. This should have been the sequel, and that should have been the first movie. The same thing with WandaVision and all that, man. I feel like all that would have been better served, and I think we would look at phase 4 and phase 5 more fondly if those were movies instead of shows.
Well, WandaVision is the only one that did it right to me because it prepped for Multiverse of Madness. The other Disney Plus shows didn't prime the pump for the movies, and that's what they're making a mistake at. If they would put these shows in my opinion, and prime the pump and whet the audience's appetite, and then do a movie directly after, but instead they'll do a show like Agatha that's not going to lead to anywhere no time soon. So Moonlight. You can't do these shows that's just out there in space and they're not doing anything. They're going to serve a purpose. If the purpose was to usher in the upcoming, I released the show the same in wintertime.
It should be within 6 months. Within 6 months, it should be in the theater.
The only one that did that to me was WandaVision.
Loki did it too, though, because Loki led up to Ant-Man and the Wasp or Quantumania.
Yeah.
Because it was the first introduction of Kang.
Yeah, I agree with Danny. I think the TV show should, if you're going to do the TV shows, it should be a payoff for a movie. But you can't wait 2 years after the show to do a movie. It should be within the year of the show ending. The movie should come out, because you lose that momentum or the hype around if it's a good show or whatever. You lose that momentum.
I also think you just oversaturate the market, because then you got people going, wait, was this connected to? But I didn't see this. What's this? What's going on? Like, dude, a lot of people are very busy. They don't have time to sit and watch all these shows.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
And also the price of streaming services now. People are selected on what streaming services they have now.
Yeah.
We've talked about it, how we've cut back on our streaming services,
Yep.
I think the streaming services are working together. okay, you get this right here, I get this right here. So you got to get all four. Who can afford Hulu, Prime, Netflix, and what's the other one?
Apple Plus,
Apple Plus.
Peacock.
By the time you do all
yeah.
that, man, you paying
I have
$200.
all of them. Yeah, I have all of them, and I pay like almost $100 a month for all of them.
And they're gonna keep going up.
Yeah, they're gonna
Netflix goes up every 6 months apparently for no
reason.
reason.
I'm hoping more and more companies, because there was an article that John Campia talked about this week. Ever since Disney did the bundle with Max and Hulu, that their subscriber rate has been better than Netflix.
I would rather pay $30 and get 3 services instead of paying $20 and get 1 service. You know.
Yeah, somebody's gonna figure out the formula, the algorithm, and be like, okay,
get all of them.
Let's get this. We're gonna get all 5 of them for this price.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for instance, the price is $150. I would pay that. If I get every streaming service,
that's still too high.
I wouldn't pay $150.
If they said 60 to 70, I would pay for everything. I would pay.
By the time you add it, I guarantee you paying maybe not 150, but I guarantee you touching 100 easy.
Oh yeah.
If you get all 5.
But see, I like companies like Amazon don't care because most of their subscriber base is for the shipping.
That's why I have Prime, because I have shipping.
Yeah,
you know.
Because of cable, like before I got off of cable, man, I was paying $188 a month for cable.
But the thing is, like, most shows now are on streaming. Like,
yeah,
I know, but I'm saying my wife is one of these people that got to have the local channels, because she watches the news relentlessly. I'm like, well, good Lord,
tell her to buy some rabbit ears. That's what I got.
you don't have none of that stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I bought one of those heavy duty antennas to put in my attic. It was like $80, and I got like, for my local channel, I got like 100 something local channals.
That's what my dad did.
Yeah.
My dad went out. He bought like one of these. I think he paid like $100 or something. Like one of these big antennas.
Yeah.
They put outside.
Yeah.
And he gets like all these local channels.
Yeah, I put mine in my attic, and I get like over 100 channels local, and it's So I want to watch like football or local news and everything. So I get stuff down. I get stuff in Columbia and freaking Savannah. And I'm in Charleston.
Yeah, it's like I was trying to figure out my budget the other day, man, because we're getting ready to move in July, and I'm trying to figure out my tax and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out money, man. Dude, there's a lot coming out for streaming service.
And that's the thing. Like I keep saying get rid of Disney Plus, but like as soon as I get rid of it, something dropped. Like I can't get it now because Daredevil's about to come out. So I'm like, I can't get rid of it now.
But it's intentionally. They know what they're doing.
It's spread out.
Yeah. And that's why the bundles work so well, because if one's not on another, then like Max will have something good come out, and you're like, well, I can't cancel because I got the bundle.
Yeah.
And then like Penguin's coming out or something.
They'll put one awesome show on each thing to keep you drawn to it.
Yeah.
Because I would have dropped HBO Max had it not been for the Penguin. I'm like, man, I ain't dropping that because the Penguin is fire. But
I think Max and Apple TV are the 2 best streaming services.
And I'm only paying $10 for Apple TV, and I don't mind that.
Yep. Like the amount of content on Apple TV, man, it just like I was gonna watch a movie on there today.
It's the quality of the content too.
Yep.
I like. So
you go through their movies and their shows, and each one of those movies has awards attached to it, and there's shows attached to it, like all kinds of Emmys. Same thing with HBO Max. Like every one of their shows, like Emmy winning, The Penguin or Game of Thrones or House of Dragons. Then you look at Disney and it's like, hey man, we got IP.
Yeah.
Even Amazon, man. Amazon got Reacher and
Amazon is they every now and then have a good like, they're not consistent, but they'll go in spurts. Like for example, Invincible right now. That's why I got Amazon.
I think the last one what was the one about that Marine that went to the town? That was on Amazon.
With the new Green Lantern guy.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Did you see the picture for Green Lantern? Did you
the two them walking down the street.
Yeah,
that was
that should have been the topic tonight, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for that show. See, that reason why I had Max.
You said it. I think DC is going to be the new big one.
DC's going up.
They're going to be the big ones. They're taking the reins. I think
they catch them sleeping.
Yep. I think, like I said, they got a clean slate to start with. That's the best way to do it.
And
You
some
know,
of the issues, Kevin Feige and some of the people are drinking their own Kool-Aid. When you drink your own Kool-Aid, you usually mess up.
It's just like in sports, man. When you have an assistant coach that learns all the tricks from the head coach, and then they go to another team and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's James Gunn. He saw what Kevin Feige did. He saw the success and the mistakes that he made. And he's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do over here.
Yep.
You know, and
Kevin Feige is Bill Belichick, and James Gunn about to be Brady.
And I think the worst thing Disney ever did was when they initially fired James Gunn, because now he's got something to prove. You know, I know he came back, he did Guardians 3, but he just wanted to finish trilogy.
That puts on fire. Yeah,
Yep.
That's a vendetta. He has a vendetta now against him.
Yep.
And then just say hypothetically, this Superman is fantastic, whatever. He gets his confidence and start getting a good following. And he bring back in, I'm just saying this, you bring back in Zack Snyder, these Zack Snyder heads are going to go crazy.
Oh, he's going to give Zack Snyder a movie.
I think he's going to give Zack Snyder a movie.
He's going to give Zack Snyder a movie.
And if that movie is a success, hold on, like a boy said, hold on to your britches.
I would not be surprised if he comes out in like 3 years and goes, Zack Snyder's directing Justice League. Would not be surprised.
Dude,
as long as Zack Snyder's not writing it.
He's just directing it,
directing it.
Give James Gunn all creative, concept of it.
Let's just say if they could somehow make it kind of follow the last Justice League.
I don't think it should.
I'm just saying incorporate Martian Manhunter and that kind of stuff, and then continue to apexes at Darkseid. That'd be fire to me. We don't need to see Darkseid to like the third or fourth movie.
The biggest problem with Zack Snyder is he's too convoluted, right? Instead of going from point A to point B, he goes point A all over the place, point B. You ever see that meme going around, like the little YouTube clip or TikTok clip where it says, your husband, how was your day? Fine.
Yeah.
You ask your wife, how was your day? Fine.
Yeah.
It's like, that's Zack Snyder. You just, if James Gunn introduces all these characters.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep. I saw a Rebel Moon action figure at Walmart today, and I was like, they actually made figures of this shit?
Yeah,
I've seen them before.
I'm like, why? Like, who has these figures?
The Star Wars killer.
That was Star Wars funny. Dude, people want to talk about drinking their own Kool-Aid, man. Those fans were drinking that Kool-Aid.
I will say his director's cut is better, but again, just released that the first time.
Yeah.
One thing about that, boy, they quickly stopped that noise. When it came out, people saw it. You ain't hear no more about no Star Wars killer. But all before it was pumping it up, boy. Flags, the sparklers, like, all that kind of stuff.
It was like BVS. I remember when Batman v Superman, man, all those fanboys were like, BVS is gonna be so great, and it was coming out the same time as Civil War. And then after BVS, you ain't hear nothing. Nothing. No, I think James Gunn, man. I think he's doing the right thing, man. And I don't know if it was you, Danny, or somebody was saying it on their stream about like Supergirl or something. But I think they're gonna do Superman, and I think the events of Supergirl is going to lead into something, because I really think it's gonna we're gonna get like a Brainiac end credit scene somewhere.
And in the Supergirl?
Yeah, because if you ever read the Supergirl comics, she's deeply tied into Brainiac with Superman.
I'm not too familiar with the comics on.
I'm so tired of Brainiac. He is overused, kind of like how
overused.
This is what I'm about to say. Like how the Joker is. Like everybody gets tired of the Joker. Maybe not in the movies. We've never seen the movies, but in Krypton, he was overused. In the cartoons, it's Brainiac. I just think there's more characters that are more. I've never seen it besides the comic, besides the animation. I want to see Darkseid build up the Darkseid like they build up the Thanos. That I think is going to be fantastic. Nobody
ever watched Krypton. That's why it got canceled, Danny.
Well, people watch it. I watched it.
Not enough people watched it.
I'm telling you, man, that Brainiac, man, it's going to be dope.
That's dope. How long we saw him in Smallville? He was the main character.
Yeah, for one season, he was the main character. He was played by Spike, wasn't he? Spike from Buffy.
I thought he was played by the guy that played Star Killer.
No, he played Doomsday.
It's been so long.
Yeah, he played Doomsday. He killed Jimmy Olsen. or James Olsen, whatever kind of crap they wanted to do.
Oh, y'all hear about Gene? Off topic, that's popped my head.
Gene Hackman?
Yeah, his wife.
That was sad. Him and his wife.
But they're saying like they're expecting foul play now.
Yeah,
they believe his wife got killed first, and then she wasn't able to take care of him because she was the primary caregiver from the reports I read.
but the dog died too.
Yeah, the dog died too. The dog was found dead inside his kennel.
Yeah,
so
they
said that she died like 4 or 5 days ahead of him. So
they said that Rigor Morrison she was mummified by the time they got to her body. The wife
said he was too.
Yeah, so they've been dead for a while.
Some people are thinking it might be a Chris Benoit situation.
A what?
A Chris Benoit situation?
Oh, that he killed himself and then took the family out and killed himself.
Yeah, I mean it's just speculation. Originally, everybody thought it was carbon monoxide, but then they ruled that out quickly.
Yeah.
Did you hear DJ Angie Stone died in an accident?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
it's been, and then Michelle Trachtenberg died earlier in the week too. Yeah, I know.
I was watching Ice Princess last night.
Dude, I had a crush on her back in the day, man.
Oh, dude, I had a mad crush on her, man. Mad crush on her.
Dude, Euro Trip?
Euro Trip. Yeah. Pete and Pete.
I forgot about Pete and Pete.
Yep. Ice Princess, man.
I think I gotta hit, because we're just me and her the same age.
She's only like a year younger than I am.
Yeah, me and her the same age, so it's just like that's crazy.
Don't eyeball me like that. You literally said that Brock Lesnar was cute. What? What'd you say?
So she's gonna cut your butt. That's what she said.
I don't care if I'm 40 years old watching Ice Princess.
She's gonna cut your butt. What was Chris Benoit's finishing move? The flying headbutt.
Yeah. Ice Princess is a fantastic movie, by the way. Boy Meets World was your jam. Hey, I like Boy Meets World, man. I love Topanga.
Dude, I heard some drama happening with that too this week too, with Topanga and the girl that played the roommate older, Matilda Ward, who's a porn star now.
The redhead?
Yeah, the redhead.
Yeah,
her and Topanga got into it on the podcast.
Really?
Oh, like Topanga was calling her ass out. Like, it was funny.
Well, she went around saying a bunch of crap about them. And she's a porn star.
Yeah, I know she's a porn star now. So Topanga was like, she said, the girl with Matilda said, like, I came on the show to talk about good times. And Topanga was like, oh, well, it's funny how you run the TMZ and tell all the other stuff, but now you want to talk about good times. And Topanga did not hold back. Like
Adam had
and she had the nerve to say that something about Topanga was jealous of her at the time. And Topanga was like, I was on the cover of Maxim at that time.
Yeah.
I was not thinking about you.
Dude, I'm just gonna be honest. If you were a teenager or a young man, you watched it for Topanga.
Topanga is one of my top 5 childhood crushes. I grew up watching Boy Meets World.
Yeah. Bro, I remember my mom used to give my dad so much shit for watching Boy Meets World with her. Oh, you just like fucking Topanga, huh? You just like fucking Topanga. I'm like, God damn, like,
didn't the guy that played
Danny, but
that played Kit was on there?
Huh?
Didn't the guy that voiced the car Kit was on there? The professor?
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not talking about Feeney, are you?
Yeah.
He voiced Kit.
That was Kit. The voice.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Looking it up right now.
Mr. Feeney.
He's on there. I'm almost certain he did.
I'm looking at it right now and see.
He was the voice of Kit.
I had no idea. I wasn't a big Knight Rider fan. I didn't like David Hasselhoff.
William Daniels. Yeah, he voiced Kit. Did not know that.
Yep.
Learn something every day.
Yes, Topanga was one of the main characters. Her, Corey, and Sean. The show was basically them.
He's 55 years, got some wisdom and age.
I did not. I learned something today. I did not know he voiced Kit.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I only watched a few episodes of Knight Rider.
I love Knight Rider. But
I watch my dad watch that every Friday at 9:00, Bubba.
My dad used to watch it all the time.
Did you like the remake of it with the Mustang?
That's his son.
Yeah.
Mustang Kit was just enough to be believable. But his son's version of Kit was there ain't no way.
The way it was transformed, everything. Yeah, it was
could do everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a truck. Oh, I'm gonna turn to a truck. Oh, I want to be an orange truck. Oh, I'm gonna turn to an orange truck. Oh, I want to.
I don't like it changing to other cars. Like it just.
My Lord, it was too much power.
That's the problem. They go back and try to capture genies in a bottle.
Well, they did it for they did YE50. They did Magnum PI.
No, YE50 went bad.
That was good. That was bad. I don't like Magnum PI.
I don't like the Hispanic Magnum PI, and I ain't prejudiced. I just that Tom Selleck to me is just the staple of that.
You gotta have a mustache.
I
did like Quantum. I like
Higgins was a female. Yeah, Quantum Leap was fantastic.
That was good. Yeah.
I watched the first season of the new Quantum Leap, but then when I found out it wasn't leading to what I thought it was leading into, I just kind of like stopped. I thought it was leading into finding Sam.
I think at the end of that was going to be the end of it.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I was like, I thought the whole purpose was to find Sam Beckett and bring him home, and it wasn't. It was because his girlfriend was going to die or something, or his wife was going to die or something. I was like, anyway, first season was fine, but it wasn't fine enough for me to continue.
Okay.
I don't even know if it continued on. I think it got canceled, right?
I think 3 seasons. I think it was done. Have y'all seen Wheel of Time? Y'all been watching that?
I've heard a lot about that.
I heard a lot of really good stuff about it.
Yeah, one of my friends, she's big into it. She keeps telling me to watch it.
It's crazy. It's kind of like House of the Dragon.
She read the books and everything on top of that.
Dungeons and Dragons. It's something.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I listen to a podcast every week. It's a video game podcast, but one of the guys on it is a big Wheel of Time fan, so he constantly brings the show up all the time. Yeah. Dude, there's too much shows to watch, bro. Yeah. I literally need to be retired to watch all this stuff.
The TV shows have picked up tremendously over the movies. There was a time when it's the other way around.
Well, movies were big thing.
Yeah, now you can get your fix on any kind of genre you want to, depending on what streaming service you go to, because it's all out there. It's rom-com.
And some TV shows have like the same budget as movies now, so you're getting movie quality in TV shows.
Because I'm telling you, I wasn't just for me. Star Trek has always been my jam. I never was a Captain Pike fan, but the Captain Pike Star Trek is fire.
Let me ask you about Star Trek. Deep Space Nine. What's your opinion on that?
It's fantastic.
Okay, because I got someone say, "Oh, that was trash." Like that's one of my favorite.
Deep Space Nine is arguably in the top 3 greatest Star Trek shows of all time.
I agree. Yeah,
I like Voyager. I like Captain.
I love Voyager.
I love Voyager. I
like Janeway. There's always a Vulcan on there, except for Deep Space Nine. There wasn't a Vulcan, but Janeway and Tuvok, I would like that combination. Yeah. I always like Captain's
7 of 9, bro.
Yeah,
7 of 9. Bro, man. I used to draw 7 of 9. Yeah, man. Jeez. Yep. Normally when what's up, guys? Car? Just gay back.
Just gay back. No,
hey,
no.
My boy went gay.
Listen, hey man, I support you.
No, stay in the closet.
You saw my friend.
It's 2025, bro.
Stay in the closet, guys. Do not come out.
Have you talked to your wife? That's how
That's why he's not here tonight. He came out when his wife's all upset.
Payback Mountain. Oh Lord, no.
Oh no, Shrek 5 looks horrible, Anik. I'm sorry. Have y'all seen Shrek 5?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It looks horrible. It looks horrible. The animation looks stupid. I'm sorry.
I just don't understand why we're doing a Shrek 5. You know,
I don't know why you change the animation. They need to pull a Sonic and go back to the original.
Yeah,
this looks bad. Like,
is Sonic 3 on streaming yet?
It should be coming on Paramount very soon. It's not already on.
I know you can rent it right now, but
my grandson's been chomping at the bit to see it.
It's an okay movie to watch on streaming. I don't think it's worth going to the theater to see.
Sonic 3.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
I made that abundantly clear. We're not going to see that.
Yeah, I thought the first 2 were way better.
Yeah, I mean, I went to theater and saw that.
Yeah, you saw it at the same time I did. I remember we had complaints about it.
Yeah.
The double Jim Carreys, man, was too much.
Yeah,
it's too much, man.
Welcome, sleazy.
Yeah, normally like top 3 Star Trek shows is Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager.
Yeah.
And the original.
Dude, I like the other one that everybody disses on.
The newer one?
The one with the black chick in it.
Yeah.
From Walking Dead. Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I
didn't like the way it
show.
ended, but she's okay. A lot of people didn't like the fact that Spock never had a sister. Spock never had a brother. because we never see it in the other iterations of it.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
come
this
on.
is in the future, way in the future. We don't know what Spock and Vulcans live substantially longer
yeah, exactly.
than we do. So you don't know what they could have done.
I'll tell you what. I think Star Trek is knocking out of the park with their content compared to Star Wars.
I agree.
They are.
You take
know why?
So there's more consistency in it.
You know why? Because they're following Gene Roddenberry's treatments.
Yeah.
Yep.
If Star Wars would follow all of his treatments, George Lucas treatments,
and guess what?
They would have been.
Each one of those Star Trek shows has Star Trek music in it. It's a different variation of the Star Trek.
There's only one now because what's the one with Scott Bakula? I don't know where they get that. I don't know where they get the intro from. Cause it ain't Star Trek.
Yeah, no, but
during the show that you'll still hear.
During the show they play Star Trek music.
Yeah, but usually all of the Star Trek intros are a variation of the original. Or a space to Final Frontier. It don't even say that. It just comes with some kind of song. But, where you get this from?
Like for some reason, Star Wars is afraid of putting any kind of Star Wars music in anything.
Is that like a copyright issue, you think, or something like that?
I don't think it's a copyright issue. I think John Williams might have some kind of like royalties if they play it. So like we're not paying him in royalties. Okay, I didn't realize it was getting late already.
Nothing to talk about to.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. We're kind of doing the Storms Nation stream afterward, guys. We're doing it, but we're talking about the John Cena heel turn from last night. So check that out after the stream. We're gonna be streaming over there. DJ, where can the people find you, good sir?
You guys find my channel, Token Black Guy. Been putting up videos right there. Get back more consistent with that. You can find me here on Sunday nights with you guys, and on Wednesday night with Danny and Gaskar and the crew on the Hangout at 8 p.m.
Sounds good, man. And I don't know where Danny is, but you can find Danny over at Comic Chat. That's Comic Chat, or no, not Comic Chat. I'm sorry, Road to Wisdom. My apologies. Road to Wisdom. He does videos, I believe, on Monday. And come on, Danny, hurry up and come back to plug.
Monday and Friday, I think he does.
Monday and Friday, yeah. You can follow Gaskar at the Basco scenario. I'm just trying to solve time until Danny gets back.
Support our we're gay allies. You know, our friend, he came out of the closet. Proud of you, son.
Yeah. Where can people find you at, Danny? I tried plugging you, but I failed miserably.
I appreciate it. You can find me on the Road to Wisdom Mondays and Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, on Wednesdays on the Hangout at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be doing Storm Nation about the Elimination Chamber right after this. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Peace out, sauerkraut. Later, guys.
Later.
No, we're still going. Wow. Nice. What's going on with this thing?
Still going.
Extended version.
Still going.